All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to a bonus episode of I Fired Myself. I really wanted to bring you guys this conversation because, as you know, we have our school community, and there's all kinds of courses, curriculum in there, but one of the main features of the community is the fact that we get together every Saturday morning. We get together, compare notes, talk about what's working, what isn't, what people are working towards, and it's so cool. We had Greg in there, who is exactly who I'm trying to reach with this community. Someone who's in a job, not quite sure what the next moves are, and we just talked and explored. Okay, so what are you thinking? Like, are you trying to stay in the same field? Are you trying to pivot? Just everybody that's in there, dude, I'm so excited. Eric is moving. He's got all kinds of different things going on in his life. He's trying to figure out his next steps. He's in a job he doesn't like, and we're in there, and we're kind of brainstorming and helping motivate each other along this part of the journey. So, it's a deep conversation about AI and all kinds of stuff, and I just felt really compelled to bring it to the public here and maybe incentivize you to come join us because we're having a great time in there and we're doing some big things. So, anyway, hope you enjoyed the show. Anyway, go ahead. All right. So, go
ahead. So there's two different properties we're looking at that we're really interested in. Both of them sold before we could make an offer on them. But then our house sold. So we went ahead, just moved everything into storage, sold the house, and right now we're temporarily staying with family on the complete opposite side of the Metroplex from where we've been for the last 7 years. And we're trying to move about 50 miles south of here. So
awesome, dude. Okay, cool. And you're saying something about how kind of everything's shifting, like your work and all that stuff too.
I feel like this year is going to be a transformative year, and I've intentionally kind of made it that way. I've been having this thought for a couple of years now. My wife and I, back in whenever I could work hybrid, man, I was spending now I'm spending like 20 hours about a week commuting. But before that, when I was working hybrid, I did start my own business doing microgreens.
Oh, cool.
And I wanted to expand it into mushrooms. Excuse me. But then we're really short on money at the time. And I was like, I got to switch jobs right now because we're struggling to pay the bills. So then when I switched jobs, they did not want me to be a hybrid. So I'm in the office 5 days a week and leaving me with a lot less time to focus on my business. And then right now, I also had to put everything in storage at the moment. All of our grow equipment and lights, but I'm also I'm hoping to do this week. I brought one little hydroponic system with me. I want to see you're familiar with OpenClaw, right?
Yep. Well, yeah, definitely have a lot of thoughts about that. Yeah.
I'm not sure if I want to do OpenClaw or maybe make my own app. I want to see if I can, on a very, very small scale, kind of start testing some of my ideas and see if I can get either an AI agent or an app to completely to grow a plant from seed to fruit.
That's cool.
Because that's really my I've always wanted to work with growing plants or food. And I want to automate the process as much as possible. So whenever we do get the new property, I plan on building large grow rooms that are as automated as possible.
That's great, man. Honestly, I think that so from what I'm hearing, like it's funny because I'm in this like little circle of friends where what's up, Andre? What's up, Matt? What's up, guys?
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? I'm in this like little circle of friends that are all like very cutting edge AI type people. What's up, Matt?
Hey.
And it seems like the consensus, even just in the last couple of weeks, is that like this OpenClaw thing, it was nice, it was fun, it was cool, but it's like it's kind of not the thing anymore. And like everyone's just using Claude, like just the internal functionality of Claude. Yeah. And like definitely get like I one of my buddies, he's kind of a madman, but he got the $200 version, $200 a month version, for all the stuff he's doing. And I'm like, he was telling me some of the stuff he's doing. And I'm like, okay, I'm going to do it. I'm going to get the $200 a month version. I'm just going to cancel every subscription I have until I can get to the $200 mark to justify it. But then I got the $20 version and I haven't needed to push past the $20 version yet. And I do a ton of stuff.
That's
So
I have the $20 version
yeah,
too. Yeah.
I would just stick it with the $20 version. Is great, dude. We got all kinds of people coming in. This is great. So anyway, but yeah, just whether it's Claude Cowork, Code, Claude Code, if you're writing your own stuff, I've been writing all kinds of my own programs here, dude. It's so amazing, and the stuff that I have on the horizon, it's just unbelievable. So I would just and it has all the agentic stuff built into it. And then I came across this guy very recently, and what you can do. So this guy, let me just share. What's up, Greg? What's going on, man? Welcome.
Good to be here, Scott. How's
Good,
it
good to
going?
see you, man. Dude, you made it. So cool. How's your roommate?
She's doing okay so
Okay,
far.
good, good, good,
So,
good. Well, that's good of you to stick around and do what you can. So welcome, man. So you're new to the community here. Yeah, we just hang out and chat. You just jumped right in. We're just
Thank
talking about
you.
AI stuff. So let me just show you guys this real quick. This is I mean, it's just like so crazy what's going on here.
It
You guys-
really is. Like,
yeah, it's getting like out of control. Is this can you guys see my screen there?
I can.
yes.
Okay, let me see. So I go to YouTube, and then this guy, what is his name? Man, damn, what is his name? Hold on, I gotta look it up. I gotta look up his name. But anyway, he's freaking great, man. And he's got this whole new system to build into Claude to really optimize everything. And I'm gonna show you a real cool trick here. So this is what I've been okay, Jake Van Cleef. That's what it is. Jake. All right. This guy right here, Jake Van Cleef. So what he does is he's got this whole system where you organize like basically you create like a folder system, and each folder contains like a nugget of it has like a document in it that tells the AI what's in this document, and it just organizes everything. So what you do, I built this little Claude thingamajigger that can scrape the transcript. So like all of his videos here, basically like they all have transcripts, right? So if you go down here, boom, view show transcript. So I just go to Claude and just say, hey, I want to build an app that will scrape the transcripts of any channel, and then
Oh,
give
cool.
me a
Okay.
file of the complete contents of this channel. And then you can it'll give it to you in like a text file, and then you can upload it and say train yourself on this. Let me show you what I got going on here. You guys ever heard of Sabri Subi?
I haven't.
No. Mm-mm.
He's a big time marketing guy. Anyway, I trained this is a little app I made right here. I trained this on 4 years of his YouTube content. I have a text file right here that I made of basically I'm working on one for Alex Hormozi too, but unfortunately he doesn't have transcripts, so it's having to like manually transcribe every single one of his episodes. But if you
Oh,
look
but
right
it's still
here,
able to do it?
yeah, it's fine. This is you just get a YouTube API key and you're good to go. And so this is like literally 485,000 words. This is every word he's ever said on YouTube for the last 4 years, and you just train your AI
Holy
model on it. And now, but then what? It's kind of slow. So I'm right in the middle of doing this, but then I found this guy with the folder architecture stuff. This Jake Van Cleef guy that organizes. So right now, the AI is having to access and go through all 485,000 words every time I make a request to it. You see, it says 480,000
Wow.
words. So if I do an inquiry, it goes and then that's like burning through tokens. So it's
Yeah.
having to go through that every single content every single time, and it takes forever. So what I'm doing right now, like I haven't completed this yet, but I'm right in the middle of doing this where I'm going back and taking that folder architecture system. I took the transcripts from the dude's YouTube channel, explaining the process of the folder systems, and then I'm going to feed that back in and say, okay, now rebuild this app using this guy's formula to make it more quick and more accessible. So it's like that's just one teeny little use case.
That's really cool. I've struggled getting at least it was OpenClaw to transcribe videos like that. I'm gonna have to try
Yeah.
Claude Code
Yeah,
more then.
Claude Code, and then OpenAI has a program called Whisper,
Yes.
public, free, and it transcribes videos, audio, everything like for free. Like it's crazy.
Very cool.
You just tell
Thanks for
the
sharing that.
Yep, just tell the Claude code exactly what you want. You're like, hey, I want to build a thing that does this thing, and it's like, okay, cool, let's do it now. what I found is that it doesn't always do the most efficient thing. So you have to like challenge it sometimes. And like for example, this it's like why did you build this where it has to query all 480 some things every single time? Like let's figure out a better way to do it. But anyway, so I just I'm just been kind of immersing myself in a lot of this stuff, and I don't know, it's
Uh,
pretty crazy, and following a bunch of channels, and it's like I don't even know, man. I'm honestly gonna probably like pivot all of my content towards this too very soon because it's what's getting like all the biggest channels on school. Like you guys are in my school community here. Like the biggest ones, like all of the big ones are AI. They're like AI video generation, AI this, AI that. And I thought about starting a separate AI channel, but I was like, I'm just gonna do like an AI like module on here, and then
that
just
would be cool.
start doing like YouTube content centered around that and stuff. So it's like,
It was crazy when I was driving home from work yesterday. I was using Telegram with voice
mhm.
to build an app while I drove just by talking
Yeah,
to the agent. And then when I got home, it was built, and I was like, "Whoa,
yeah,
this is crazy."
it really is pretty insane. I can't even wrap my mind around it at this point. And it's
I
like,
read a book by a guy from a guy by the name of Jeff Walker, and he has a program for helping people do their product launch stuff. And he this past year he upped the ante by incorporating an AI program, some AI software into his product launch program. So I didn't buy it from him, but it intrigued me to see where the direction people are taking it is AI stuff. And hell, I just put my just last week I put my natal birth chart for anybody that is that's looked into astrology and whatnot. I took that natal birth chart, plugged it into Chat GPT, and told it to take the data from that chart and formulate a pre-order marketing strategy for a freeze-dried meal business.
there you go.
It was
Okay.
interesting what it threw back.
Very
Well, dude,
cool.
that's what I'm saying. It's like, okay, so I'm gonna have these brain models here very soon that has like Sabri Subi, Alex Hormozi, like all these guys' entire like it's like their brain basically. And it's like you take like my goal then is to have a program where like let's say you have something like that. You're just like, okay, let's come up with a launch strategy for this. And you just feed that in and it's trained on what they would say, basically, like what they would tell you to do. And so it's like the highest level business strategy imaginable. I'd love to get like Richard Grove trained on it.
That would be
Like
cool.
all of his stuff
Yeah.
is like, behind the panel. It's like here's what I've proposed this to like some of his high level people. I'm like, dude, Richard, I think the way you need to position yourself is as an entrepreneur guy. Like you would be like an Alex Hormozi type person, dude. Seriously, like, why start making entrepreneur content? You're killing me. Like, okay, yeah, I know the world is messed up and it's evil, but come on, man. You gotta teach us the gravy. You gotta teach the good stuff. Anyway, so
That's awesome.
I'd love to have like more of a collection of his knowledge on entrepreneur stuff. Like, but anyway,
And you sold him on the Clip Genie, right?
yep. So that was
Okay.
yeah, that's pretty much how I got involved with that whole operation was because of Clip Genie. So
That's
we're
cool.
still trying to get off the ground. I don't know, dude. At this point, like it may not. I mean, I don't know. I'm still not aware of anything like it on the market, but it's becoming to the point where anybody could probably just create their own Clip Genie at home in about 2 seconds.
And if
That's
you guys looked into how
awesome.
you can incorporate AI into the Clip Genie model,
Yeah. Oh, we use AI for basically everything, both
okay,
the indexing of shows and the search function and everything. Like it's
I,
pretty
yeah,
AI heavy right now, but
you were talking about the scraper, and that's immediately where my mind went was
yep.
that would, yep, love it.
Yeah. Well, it's interesting because like when we first started, that was our biggest cost was the transcription.
Hmm.
It was like I don't know. It was like like 0.3 cents a word or something like that. But if you're doing like a show like the Alex Jones show for like
Yeah.
10, 15 years of content, that's like
Mhm.
tens of thousands of dollars. You know what I mean? So it was a huge barrier was the transcription fee. And then all of a sudden, just within a year, it became basically free for the transcription. So it's like, it's kind of crazy how everything is just, and it's so crazy too. So I've been also immersing myself in some of these YouTube channels, like learning about AI. Here, I'll show you guys another really good one. This is a really good place to start. if you're just trying to figure some of this stuff out. But this is a guy, and he's a good follow on Instagram as well. And he's got the biggest school community, I think. Like he makes like 300,000 a month on his school community, and it's just him. He says I work like hour and a half, 2 hours a day, just answering questions on school. That's it. Got
Wow.
these videos here. So this is like so it's Nick Sariev or whatever, and he's got Claude Code full course 2 months ago. And it's like when you're researching some of this stuff, it's like even like this video 2 months ago is super outdated, I bet. I started right here where it says start your first AI business in 6 hours. So it's like a 6 hour AI deep dive, but it's posted 11 months ago. And I was watching, I got like 20 minutes in, and I'm like, oh, like none of this is even relevant. Like,
It's all
yeah,
obsolete already.
yeah, it's totally obsolete. He's like, he's talking about how like, you got to check your Python code in this. Here's a website where you can check your Python code and make sure it's all correct. It's like, he's like, oh, there's a couple typos right there. It's like, dude, Claude Code literally does it all. Like, you don't have to know anything about any of this stuff anymore. So it's
Do
like,
do you think that's the stuff that's brand new now will be obsolete pretty soon as well? Or I
yes,
mean, it's
exactly. But
like
that's
it's
the
just
Yeah.
racing ahead all the
A
time.
100%, and that's why I
Yeah.
feel like the value in it is like not necessarily learning a specific skill right now, but it's kind of immersing yourself in just the mentality of it, and just kind of like, and that's why I follow a lot of channels on Instagram that are kind of like AI type, early adopter type people, because I just kind of want to know. I mean, at this point, I realize anything is possible, but
Mhm.
it's still kind of amazing what is possible. And it's like, okay, so one of my buddies, he's the guy that I said is kind of a maniac that's doing the $200 a month one of Claude, $200 a month version of Claude. He was telling me how he's got this agent system going where basically it goes on the internet and it finds companies that either don't have a website or have like an outdated old website. And then he's got an agent that will take their information off of their website or their Google business profile, and it'll make a website for them, a nice, fancy, high-end website. And it will find an email for them. It'll email them a brand new version of the website and be like, hey, we notice your website's out of date or you don't have a website. Here's a brand new website for you. And with a payment portal, and it says if you're interested, go ahead and pay. And then it has like a way to automatically set it up. And so like
Oh, dude, that's cool.
he's like, you unleash that on the world, and it's just out there, just building websites, soliciting people, bringing money in. You don't even have to touch it or do anything. And I'm like, that is absolutely insane. Now he told me that like 2 months ago, and I thought that was insane, cutting edge, like mind blowing. And I was listening to a video yesterday while I was driving, and it actually was a video that like YouTube automatically, like it just automatically went to it, whatever you call that, autoplay. And so I didn't like plan on listening to this video, but I just started listening. And they were talking about AI, and I'm like, I'll listen to it for a little bit. And this lady was talking about that exact thing. She's like, oh yeah, we can just build website scrapers. And she was describing exactly what my buddy's doing or what he's planning on doing. I don't know if he's actually doing it or not, but and this video is from like 6 months ago, and I was like, oh my gosh. So like that concept that I thought was so cutting edge has been around for a while. Like that's old, outdated, probably obsolete technology at this point. Like probably there's like tens of thousands of people doing that already. Like I don't even know. So it's like I'm just like really interested in just being on the cutting edge of it. But it's like these skills compound. It's like the technology itself compounds. In order to understand the next step, like you kind of have to understand this step. So if you just kind of just immerse yourself in and start learning it as it grows, you'll and to a certain degree be caught up and kind of know the evolution of it, in my opinion. But I don't know. Like
Gotta
I'm just
work with
looking at it.
DARPA to be on the cutting edge.
Exactly. And see, there's a lot. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of interesting stuff with it. It's like I don't know what this technology even is or where it's coming from. Like it seems kind of like very
I know
debatable in a lot of ways. But it's like I'm at the point now where I don't even, I'm not if it's going to. Okay, so here's a use case that I'm planning on using, and I'm looking at it, and I don't know if it. And first of all, the video editing. Okay, so the video editing is almost there. There is if you guys are into content creation at all, and I don't know if this is on. It's so funny. I just got an iPhone just 2 days ago for the first time, and I fucking hate it. Okay, I'll tell you that much. Androids are so much better then
I know.
I
I
can't
have
tell you guys.
both. Mm.
It's unbelievable. But anyway, I'm forcing myself to do it because of the camera and all this stuff. But anyway, there's an app on here called Captions, and it's unbelievable. You upload a video for like an Instagram video, and it edits it and adds all the motion graphics and all the captions and all the cool stuff, and it's freaking great. Okay, so I'm like sold just on that. But anyway, what was I saying? Okay, yeah. So that's all just like AI powered. So I'm excited about the AI video editing stuff. Like that's my biggest constraint in what I'm doing right now is all the editing. So I guarantee in the next 6 months you'll be able to upload all your. It's already basically there. My buddy who has the $200 a month version, he was showing me how he does this, and it's very rudimentary. I wasn't very impressed with it, but the technology is trending in that direction where you have all your footage, your raw footage in a folder, and it'll go in and it'll find the best of clips and then piece them together and make you a reel with like captions and stuff like that. So it's like we're almost to the point where you can just describe what you want it to do with the transitions and stuff. And I've seen reels where people are already doing this, but it's not quite there yet. But easily in the next 6 months, I won't have to edit a video ever again, which is huge.
That's
And
that's wild.
I guarantee. I mean, I guarantee that's where it's going. And so
Well, it's good seeing where it's at by the time I get some cameras set up on the motorcycle and whatnot. That'll
there you
be
go, dude. Yeah,
fantastic.
yeah, exactly, dude. You're just you won't have to do any of that stuff. You'll just edit it, do all the captions, all make it all fancy, and then upload it for you. And that's the other thing too. Is like, okay, so you guys, it may seem like, oh, that's like even when I say things like, oh, that's outdated technology. No, it's still amazing, and 90% of people out there are not doing it, and they have no idea it even exists. You know, there's a very small percentage of the population that has any awareness of this whatsoever. And so there's still this huge golden opportunity as entrepreneurs to be an early adopter with this stuff. And
Yeah.
you can actually, it's recursive with these, like the Claude stuff, like just ask it what it can do and ask
Yeah.
it what the possibilities are. And I've done this several times where I'm like, okay, what would be your next step in this? So right now I'm also building a lead generation thing. So like Andre might be interested in this, like this type of thing where it's like, well, for me, it's more like business to business, like B2B type of stuff. So my clients are basically other businesses, but can't say that this wouldn't work in some capacity for like a B2C, a business to customer type situation. But basically, I built this thing where it's like my idea, and things like this exist, but I wanted to have like my own in-house one and see if I could build it. But basically, I wanted to build something that would go online through, and I could specify which city. So if I could say Nashville or Huntsville or Kansas City or whatever, and be like, find me all the plumbing companies, okay, all the plumbing companies, and then because basically I want like a lead generation cheat sheet. So it's like I want like a business name, email, phone number, and if they have Instagram, Facebook, like give me all their social media. So I want to have like a spreadsheet of like the name of the business and all their contact information and social media. And then I asked Claude, I was like, okay, so tell me, like, think outside the box. Like, what would be awesome to make this even better? Like, even more cool of a product, more cutting edge, like based on what you're capable of, whatever. And it told me, it said, well, what we can do is we can analyze its social media, analyze its Google business profile, and I can rank it on a scale of like 1 to 100 on how good of a fit they are for you and what your offer is. And I was like, oh, that's amazing. So then it built in the capability of like analyzing and seeing, okay, are they using high-end video on their Instagram? Are they running meta ad campaigns already? And if not, then it ranks them and put to the top of the list the ones that are most suitable and would be the best to prioritize in my cold outreach. You know what I mean? So it's like, that's crazy. So if you ask it, like, okay, so here's my idea. How can we make this a million times better using your, and so it's like, just ask it what it can do and it'll like steer you down the path. It's like, it's really crazy.
It's like one of the first technology I know of that you can ask it how to use it. And
Yep.
yeah.
And it will teach you how to use it, and it will tell you, it'll and make it so that it's like a million times more useful than what you can even think of. So it's like, and there's stuff that I'm still like the next thing on my list. I heard of this thing. Everyone's talking about this thing N8N. I don't even know what that is. But I was having coffee with this guy I met, and I had him on my show. He was one of the guys I did one of the episodes with. His name is Jeremy, but he started his own marketing agency, and he started off doing exactly what I'm doing, just running paid ads for local service businesses. And then him and some other people started a full-blown marketing agency 2 years ago, and they're already like a $9 million valuation company, and they're opening a second office in Orange County, and they're just crushing. So I went down and met with him and had coffee, and he showed me around their office. So they have this like super rad like marketing agency office in like downtown Nashville. I'm like, bro, you are just killing it. And I'm like, this is what I want to do. And he's like 28. He's like in his late 20s too. It's so hilarious. And so I'm just like, okay, he was where I'm at 2 years ago. And he was able to build and scale this amazing marketing agency, like basically doing exactly what I'm doing right now. And so I'm like, okay, just keep pushing, dude. Just keep pushing. And at the same time, he didn't have access to all this technology that I have now. And then him and I were talking about all this stuff at this coffee shop, and this other guy that was sitting like a couple tables over heard us talking about all this AI stuff. He's like, "Hey, you guys, I couldn't help but notice." And he came and joined us, and we all started just broing out about all this AI stuff. And they started talking about this thing called N8N, and I don't know what it is,
It
but I
looks like a
yeah.
AI agent. I was just Googling it real quick. I'm
Yeah.
gonna look into this later.
Oh, I know. Oh, see, so there's another one. Yeah, see, it says this Nick Sariev guy, he's got one. It says the full N8N course from 1 year ago. So I don't know. There might still be some good stuff in there, but I don't know, man. Like it's intense.
That's that. Sorry, I didn't mean to derail this whole thing of
Good.
talking about AI.
Dude, I think we're foolish if we're not talking about this. This is the future. This is like, it's so I'd see, this is what I really want to encourage people to do is like think of it in these terms where it's like the way I'm looking at it is it's like we're at the early adopter level. Like this is going to create trillionaires. This is going to create like who somebody was saying, like, I don't know if it was Elon or one of these guys, Jeff Bezos, I don't know. They were saying like this new wave of technology is going to create the first like one man trillionaire, like a one man business trillionaire. Like, you know what I mean? Like this is like any one of us at any time could find the one thing and just poof, there it is, unlocks. Like we're at this stage. We're like at like the pre-internet. We're at like 1992. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In terms of like the internet.
Just gotta leverage it.
Yes. And so it's just like I'm not afraid of it. I'm excited. I'm so excited at the possibility and the potential, and not only as in like for our own ability to like build wealth and whatever and help the world with whatever we build, but I think in general, like, there's a lot of worry, and all the people are talking about. I mean, I think this is going to be a huge disruption to everything in the sense that like
Oh
this
yeah.
may make like money irrelevant. Like in the next 20 years, like money might not even exist anymore. Like this type of situation where it's like our whole paradigm as we know it might change for the
It's
for the good or bad. But at the same time, it's like to me, it seems like this is such a huge opportunity for all of us.
it
You
it
know,
really is, and my employer doesn't know this, but I've already automated about 40 to 50% of my work to give me
okay,
more time to focus on the business I'm trying to build. And then
okay, well,
one
dude,
reason
right there. I don't know if you've been through my entrepreneur roadmap series, like the on
I've
the
started it,
okay.
but
Well, that's one of the things that I talk about there is like if you're in a job, look for the problems, look for the things. So if you're, dude, you just started a business. Whatever you built to automate your job, you can package that and sell that to your boss. And I'm sure there's other companies in your industry that would be very happy to have that automation. Like AI automation is the product. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
And so you've
uh,
you've built the product already, dude. And that's so much of what, you know, the advice I'm trying to give people is like if you're stuck in a job, you don't know how to get out, figure out ways to automate your current job or figure out solutions to whatever problems you're running into, and that becomes your product. Like there you can think of it in those terms. Like I don't know if that's feasible, but dude, that's amazing.
and I've been thinking about that. I don't want them to know just quite yet,
Yep.
but eventually, yeah, I
Yeah.
would like to actually sell it to them.
Yep. Build that into a product, figure out your offer, and then make them your first client on the way out the door, dude.
And uh, I was saying that because yesterday too, I was thinking using Telegram,
Yeah.
through voice to get my agent to code. One reason I was up late last night, I'm stuck on it. I was trying to get this app where kind of like how you say, "Hey Google" with a wake word,
Yeah.
because if I could just say that while all the time spent driving, walking around, if I have an idea, I'm just like, hey, to my agent and build this, you
Yeah.
know. So I'm basically could just code or build, like just speak it. Does
Yep.
that make sense?
Yep.
And
Exactly.
stuck on an issue with it. That's why I was up late last night. And but I'm excited about it. Like I said, sorry, I didn't mean to
No, dude.
derail this whole conversation about
This
this.
is this is a big thing, and I think this is probably the most important thing we could be talking about. So I'm stoked about it. I mean, I don't know. Like, what are your guys' thoughts? Are you guys doing anything in this space, or are you still kind of like, what the hell are these guys talking about, or where are you guys at with it?
I'm gonna have to see if it can help me find good routes for my motorcycle for the back roads and the dirt roads and the private or the public minimum maintenance roads that I could cruise on.
Yeah,
I don't know how
just
well
plug
it
it,
would do to that end, but
plug in a Google Maps API. So go to
ah,
Google Maps API, and just be like, hey, show me all the paths, and it'll just show you, dude.
and otherwise I'm left to just exploring on my own. And sometimes I've found out, not in a bad way, but some of those dirt roads, minimum maintenance roads, field access roads are private, and the maps don't always show that, but some of them do, and that's how I find out. Like, oh, I probably shouldn't have been down there.
Wow, that's funny.
What is it that you're doing, Matt, on the road?
uh, well, I'm a truck driver, so I'm out. Actually at work now. But as far as the motorcycling goes, I've stood up a social media presence for what I call Midwest Motivational. And the
Okay.
goal is to eventually create some video content. But for now, I'm just making random posts here and there. And it's kind of a slow burn on the back burner. I on the to-do list, but I got other stuff I'm focusing on right now that
Okay.
takes priority. But yeah, get some cameras and get everything set up there and learn some things and start making some video content and use
Yeah.
it as a marketing tool and cross promotion and get out and connect with other writers and other preparedness organizations like the one I'm associated with, Midwest Preparedness Project, which get to hang out with Scott next week for that.
Oh yeah, boy. I'll tell you what, I'm gonna be there Wednesday
Nice.
night. I'll be there Wednesday night.
Nice. Yeah.
Driving out to
Got
Kansas.
a couple folks. Lauren and her husband Anthony recently graduated from autonomy. They're coming down from Wisconsin
Cool.
or no, Michigan. Yeah, they're coming down from Michigan.
Awesome.
Yep.
Yeah, that's gonna
I'm
be
gonna run
fun.
the truck stop here, but
All right. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna go hang out in Kansas with a bunch of homesteaders and preppers and stuff this coming week.
That's cool. Oh, May 5th to the 10th.
Yeah, dude. Midwest Preparedness Project.
Yeah, I saw your Grand Theft World interview with
Yeah.
what's his name now, the guy who kind of started that, huh?
Yeah, with Patrick, dude. That guy's
Patrick,
awesome,
right?
huh?
That was cool.
He's hilarious. He's
Yeah.
he's no nonsense. I wouldn't mess with that guy. But it's just such a great group of people. I went there. I've been there once already, and and they do it twice a year too, and it's totally free. It's just a
Oh,
big
right.
camp out,
Oh,
dude.
that's cool.
It's awesome. It's totally free, but I'll tell you, so the way they make their money, and it's absolutely genius, is they do a raffle and they get a bunch of they get a bunch of businesses to donate a bunch of cool stuff and they raffle it off. And so it's like a survival preparedness homesteading conference. So the type of stuff they're raffling off is like shotguns, pistols, ammo, gold, body armor. Like that's the stuff they get donated.
Hell yeah.
Dude, it's awesome. So I spent like $200 on raffle tickets last year, which is like probably more than what a normal festival ticket would cost. So it's actually genius because they're probably making more money off the raffle tickets than you normally would
Yeah.
on like a ticket sale. So because there's people there with like they're spending like $1,000 on raffle tickets because it's like, hey, if it gives me a better chance of winning like a shotgun and some body armor. And then I won a brand new DeWalt 20 volt or 20 amp whatever it is, DeWalt drill and driver set,
Drill.
batteries and charger and everything. So it's like $200 or $300 right there. And so I made out and some like I got some like bug anti-mosquito cream, like homemade anti-mosquito cream and stuff. So it's like I ended up leaving
That's
with like
cool.
$400 worth of stuff for a $200 raffle ticket. So that was freaking awesome, dude.
Didn't he say he like got some anti-EMP device?
Yes.
Because
Okay.
I
So
kind of remember this now.
yep, EMP Shield. So Patrick works for EMP Shield, and so I was like one of that was like because they asked me to come out there and do like some live podcasts and interview the the other presenters. And so he's like, we don't really have a budget to pay, but I'll give you a free EMP shield device. I'm like, hell yeah, bro. I mean, I'll come out anyway. Like, I don't care, but like, thank you. That's nice of you.
That's cool.
Yeah. So basically, if there's an EMP, it basically prevents your whatever you have that shield hooked up to, whether your house or your vehicle. And it's kind of funny because I'm glad I still have it sitting here. I haven't hooked it up yet. I don't have the confidence to hook it up yet, but I did. The vehicle I had at the time when I got it, I've since totaled it, so I'm glad I didn't install
Oh
it.
no.
Yeah. Yep. I rolled over in the snow. That was crazy. But
Man.
I remember hearing about that.
yeah, but I was
You
totally fine. I
mentioned
didn't even have a scratch on me. My dog wasn't with me, so it was like perfect. And I was able to drive home, even though all the windows were blown out.
wow.
I was still able to. I was about an hour away from home, and I was able to drive home in like the 20-degree weather.
Oh
It
no.
was intense. It was pretty wild. But I didn't even have a scratch on me, not a single nothing. And so then I've since gotten. So that was a Toyota Tacoma. I know Andre knows about Toyota Tacomas, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah.
Dude, so that was I totaled the Toyota Tacoma, and so I got another one. I'm like, okay, I'm a Tacoma guy for life now. And I had literally all my tools and everything just sitting on the back seat. So it was like I could have gotten
Oh
like,
man.
my head cut off or smashed in by any number of things, but nothing, not even a freaking.
Wow.
Yeah, it was insane. I was definitely being protected on that one. But anyway, well, what else you guys got cooking? Where are you guys out on your entrepreneurial journey? Greg, what do you do? What do you do? Like, what are you working on? I know you're trying to move or get out of there and whatever, but
Yeah,
tell us a little bit about where you're at, what you got cooking.
sure. Yeah. I work at Portland Community College for the IT department.
Cool.
Uh, Tech support, software, hardware installation, upgrading, imaging, all that, IT junk. And I'm trying to transition out of that.
Yeah.
Similar to you, I used to work in social work. I used to also be not drug and alcohol counseling, but it was caseworker based, case
Yeah. Yeah.
manager.
Yeah.
And I'm just trying to figure out what do I want to do, what I want to make money, I don't want to just be scraping by
Yep.
anymore.
Yep.
And yeah, I'm just trying to get ideas and dip my toe into like the whole concept of entrepreneurship.
Yeah. Dude, that's amazing. I mean, yeah, that's my favorite to see. You're exactly the type of person that I'm excited. Like this is who this community is created for. Is just like exactly where you're at right now. Just like, okay, I'm stuck in a job I don't like. I'm not exactly sure what my next steps are. But
Mhm.
yeah, dude, I don't know if you had a chance to go through that roadmap series yet, but it's kind of like that's what it speaks to a lot. And it's like, okay, so you've got some technical skills, you got some tech skills, right? Doing some tech stuff. Like that's the space. Like, you know, one of the things I suggest is like going to like a Claude type thing and just doing a brain dump. Like, okay, here's all my skills, here's everything I know. Here's like the full like every scope of your job and just like what you're able to do, what you do in your job, and just brain dump it and be like, okay, come up with 100 business ideas, boom, that I can do.
Mhm.
And it'll boom, there you go, give you 100 business ideas. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But it's like in this day and age, it's just like it's pretty nuts.
Mm.
It's pretty nuts. And so, but then okay, so all right, so we have like an idea, let's say we come up with an idea. Let's do it right now. Let's just see what we got going on here. This will give us some inspiration. So it's like
Sure.
I am a tech support guy, lots of computer knowledge. Give me 100 ideas for a business I could start. Boom. Okay, let's just pick one and just roll with this real quick. So I'm just gonna try something real quick. Um, the idea being that okay, so once we have an idea, once we have some sort of concept, some sort of vision about what to do, like what are the tangible next steps? And that's where I think a lot of people uh kind of just like fall short, right?
Mhm.
So, okay, so now it's telling me managed IT for small businesses, managed IT exclusively for dental practices, law firms, real estate agencies. So, what you could do is position yourself as like a contractor and
Mhm.
basically like, you provide these services. If this is something you want to even do. I mean, I don't even know if this is something you want to do, but could be a place to start because you have leverage and you could position yourself as somebody who provides these services on a contractor basis for different companies. And so then that would just be cold calling, reaching out, maybe reach into your network. Maybe there's people in your, and this is a big part of what I talk about in that series is like, look for where you have leverage. Like look for people in your immediate sphere of influence or maybe some other companies that you've worked with or whatever.
Mhm.
And you can come up with an idea by asking them what problems do you have, like reaching out to all these different people and being like, what problems do you run into in your life or in your business, and or if there's an area that you do have are more passionate about, something that you have passion for, reach out to those people and be like, what problems are you struggling with? And like, just go through your phone, everybody you have, like, what problems are you struggling with? And if you see a pattern, boom, that's a problem that needs to be solved. And that's what business is. That's all business is you solving people's problems. People have problems, and your product or service is the solution to their problem. And so just think in those terms where it's like, what problem do I want to solve? And that's it.
Okay.
That's it, man.
Yeah.
It.
Great starting point.
Yeah, and then that's the beauty of it, because then once you get to the sales side of things and you have a product, you have a service that you genuinely believe in and it's going to solve people's problems, then the sales process just becomes a simple function of like convincing them to come on this journey with me. Like, look, man, I know you don't like being sold to. I don't like selling to you, but look, I know you got this problem and I have this perfect solution for it. And it's about just having them realize they're like, oh yeah, that is the perfect solution. Okay, cool. Well, let's do business. So it's like when you genuinely believe in what you're doing, then it's like the whole process becomes a no-brainer for everybody. So, but
Yeah, and I've always struggled with sales, and
yep,
I don't like doing it, but like with the microgreens,
yeah,
just going to the farmers market to sell them, it just came naturally because it's
yeah,
something that
exactly.
I believe in and I know how to do. And um, yeah, sorry,
No, you're good. Go through that sales training I put up too, dude. Like
I'm going to.
that's
That's one
that's the
thing.
big one. That's a big that changed my literal life, dude. It's so crazy when I learned all this information because I had no idea about sales. I had no idea. Like at first, my problem was lead generation. I didn't know where to get leads, and then I figured out how to get leads, and then I was in these sales meetings, and I didn't know. I realized I didn't know how to sell. And there's two guys who were my perfect. Like right when I first started getting leads, there was these two construction business owners I met. They were just perfect, absolutely perfect. They call them an ICP, not insane clown posse, but it's the what is it? Ideal customer profile. They were my ICP, the perfect customer, like the exact person I'm trying to find. And I'm still chasing them down like 3 months later. I'm still like, hey man, like calling him every week. Hey man, it's just, I even like kind of make a joke out of him, like, hey, it's me. This is my obligatory weekly call. Cause I gotta call the guys like, I know, bro, I know. We'll do something eventually. But it's like I didn't set the frame right out the gate to create the sense of urgency where it's like and it's true. It's like what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to put money in their pocket. I'm trying to make content and run ads for them that's going to literally put money in their pocket. Like literally put like potentially hundreds of thousands of dollars a month in their pockets. And so as a salesperson, I failed in the beginning to communicate the cost of inaction. So the cost of not going with my service. So I let them down. I let my customer down because I didn't communicate that how important it was what I was offering. So now I've been having a lot better success with that, and I've got 4 people I'm working, and and again, I'm not really the best at it right now. But what I'm doing is I'm selling them on the low ticket item, proving what I can do, and then moving up to the high ticket version. And hopefully this next week I'll be closing a couple of the higher ticket ones. But it's like in this industry, it's tough because they've been burned by like this one roofer guy I'm working with now. I've been making a couple videos for him. He's told me about horror stories about how he's been burned by marketers in the past. Um, and it's just kind of a longer cycle to get them to commit to like an ongoing monthly thing. And then this other guy, I've been working with. I made a few videos for. He's got some investors and they're trying to do big things. And so he said they had a meeting yesterday about going with my services. And so waiting to hear back on that. So it's like, but see, I should just be closing them. I should be like, no, put me in the meeting with the decision makers and boom, 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 boom. Okay. Did you guys by any chance see my last episode of I Fired Myself? Did you guys see it at all? The cold call script?
I didn't see
I
that.
haven't seen it yet, but
Okay.
I'm definitely gonna
Is
look at
that
that.
is that the guy like cussing at people, trash
Yes.
talking people? I didn't see that episode, but I saw the Telegram
Dude.
video you sent.
Dude.
I saw that too.
It's the greatest. It's the greatest. He's like, he like his cold call script is like, he's like, somebody answers like, hi, welcome. Like, he's like, hi, this is B&D Plumbing. How can I help you? He's like, shut the fuck up and put the owner on the fucking phone right now. He's like, he's like, why? He's like, shut the fuck up and put the owner on the fucking phone. And he's like, one sec. And the owner gets on the phone. The owner's like, hello. He's like, shut the fuck up right now. I'm going to make you so much fucking money. You don't even know what the fuck is going to happen. Like, are you ready to fucking do this? And the owner's like, what the fuck? He's like, yeah, shut the fuck up and get on this Zoom call in 40 minutes. I'm going to make you a fuck ton of money. I was like, okay, I'll see you there. He's like, yeah. It's like,
So it actually worked?
it's been, well, if they're real, the ones he posts like actually work. And at first the person's like, hey, fuck you. Who the fuck are you talking to me that way? And he's like, fuck you, bitch. You want to make a bunch of money or not? He's like, yeah. He's like, all right, meet me in the Zoom call. And the person's like, okay, cool. It's crazy. He's like, I like your tonality. And he's like, the business owner's like, well, I like your fucking tonality. He's like, all right, let's fucking do this. It's so crazy. And it's so crazy. And I'm like, I really want to know what this guy's like show up rate, because these are the things that like in business, it's like you have a lead, and then it's like, okay, how many leads lead to, well, leads are qualified leads. How many qualified leads lead to a booked call? Okay, like a setter call or whatever, and then how many of those lead to an appointment, like an actual like sales meeting? How many of those lead to a closed sale? Right? That's the funnel. And so it's like, I would be very curious to know what his and then you have a booked call, but then what's your show up rate? Like, they say like 70%. If you can book an appointment from a lead, and then if you can get a 70% show up rate, that's kind of the average. That's fine. So you gotta account for the fact that like a third of your people that you book a call with aren't even going to show up. They're just going to ghost you. That's fine. That's just going to happen. And then out of those 70% that do show up, if you can get like a 20 to 40% close rate, that's awesome. You know what I mean? So it's like the funnel, the idea of like it just funnels down. But I would really be curious to know what his show up rate and his close rate are. Like, I don't know. Probably fake. I texted that video, one of those videos, over to my my mentor guy, this Trevor Ray guy, who taught me all about paid ads. And actually, this is where I got the sales information from. And he's got a really cool free community I can show you guys if you're at all interested in learning about paid ads. But
yeah.
I'm going to send you an affiliate link in case you do end up going with it. Then you can, I get credit for it. But anyway, this is, I'll put it in the chat here. I need to make a whole page about all my like links to my mentors programs. And this guy's awesome. It's a school community, but it's definitely worth checking out. This guy, Trevor, is freaking awesome, dude. Changed my life. And he's built and sold several marketing agencies. And actually and then he was in Nashville. He's not like one of these like, gurus that like, doesn't know what they're talking about, whatever. Not only does he know what he's talking about, but like he was in Nashville a few weeks ago and he messaged me on schools like, hey bro, because they do like in the paid community, they do like, multiple times a week, they do like little, group Zoom calls where you go in and you like show them your ads and like they help you strategize and do all this stuff. So like I'd gotten to know him through there, and he like he sent me a message like, hey bro, I'll be in Nashville next week. Let's grab lunch. So he was here and we grabbed lunch and hung out, and I showed him around Nashville a little bit, and he's a fucking legit dude. And
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he's not like one of these like scammer type guru guys. He's the absolute real deal. And definitely changed my life. I don't even know how I found him, but like it was so crazy too, because like somehow I got in their funnel. I don't even know. I clicked on an Instagram ad or something and one of their offers. Next thing I know, I get a phone call like, hey, this is so-and-so from blah, blah, blah. We want to do like a business like where we hop on and like on Andre, remember when we hopped on like that little Zoom call? We were just like, powwow and talk about business. Like
Yeah.
that was for me. That a lot of that was like practice because like that's part of like a sales strategy where it's like,
Right.
you get on a Zoom call with somebody and you just kind of just like no obligations, kind of check out their business, see what's up, and see if you can help it. If you can, then you say, hey, look, I've got this thing
Mhm.
and might be able to help you out. That's basically what happened to me with these guys. I don't even know who called me or whatever, but they called me and he's like, hey, I saw you got this thing and just curious if you wanted to have like a no obligation, like business kind of breakdown and blah, blah, blah. And I got on the call with one of their salespeople and he took me through the whole thing. He's like, okay, how much do you charge? Like, blah, blah, blah. He's like, blah, 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 blah. He's like, so if we taught you how to do paid ads, like you can make this much and this amount and blah, 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 pay for this course and like 2 sales and blah, blah, blah. And all this stuff. He's like, was that something you'd be interested in? I'm like, no, not really. I mean, I can't really afford it. Next thing you know, boom, boom, boom. I'm pulling out my credit card and I bought the course. And it was like 5 grand. Okay. And it's like, I was like, how did you do that? That was like ninja Jedi magic. And what he pulled, like, so that's what fascinated me. So I don't even know how I ended up in this course. Like, it was like, so that blew my mind. Like, his sales ability was so good. Not Trevor's, it was one of his sales guys.
Okay.
But I've had a chat with the sales guy since. I was like, bro, how did you do that? That was like some wizard shit, dude. You literally had me going from no to pulling out my credit card and paying $5,000. But I'm so glad I did
Wow.
because it has taught me so like it's teaching me like billion-dollar skills, like how to run paid ads for people and how to like all the, like demystifying that whole thing. Not and then not only that, but he's got a massive amount of information about sales, about just so many different things about running a business, about go high level, about running a CRM and all that stuff. And so it really changed my life in a lot of ways.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
But this community is free. Like he's got like this whole 5 day ad launch thing. If they're at all interested in like how to market, like it's just massive free value. And then the paid course is yeah, a billion times more because it's like hands on. It's like done with you type stuff. Like they'll do a lot of done for you stuff. Like that was like when I got in there, like they were just like trying to run my ads for me, like done like a done for you type of thing. I'm like, no, 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 no. I want you to
Oh,
teach me every single step of the way. I want to learn absolutely every single thing about this. And so, it's like that's it. And that's the thing. It's like if you look at this, it's like 5x return on ad spend. Like he's got a little graphic there, total revenue, total cost. So he's in his career, he spent $10 million and he's made $51 million. He spent 10 million in ads, brought in 51 million for like other companies and businesses. So it's like that's the thing with the paid ad stuff. Like if you can learn all the tricks and learn how to make companies like at least even a 2, 3, 5 return on ad spend. Like Hormozi says his lifetime average is 31x, you know? His lifetime average is like he makes like you put in $1, he'll make you $31. $31 average return on spend, return on ad spend. It's like if you can be that person and it's like you just basically become a human ATM machine, a human slot machine that hits the jackpot on every single pull. And there's a lot to it, learning how to run ads. And it's a good, useful skill to learn for yourself. If you've got a microgreen business, if you've got like a thing, anything that you're selling remotely, or if you have a service, like Andre, if you could learn how to do this shit, dude, and run your own ads, like you'll never be without work. And
that's
so what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to be the person who runs ads for the people. Like you don't like people that maybe don't have the technical skills or the time to waste on it. It's like, okay, pay me a little bit of money each month. I'll run your ads and we all win. So that's what I'm trying to get to. So
and that's what you're primarily doing. I know you're doing a lot, but that's just
yeah,
what you're
that's
primarily doing right now.
honestly, well, it's funny, but primarily, yes, that's what I want to do primarily is just run ads for people. And this way I can scale it and do it. I don't have to only focus on people locally. Like I can build out an ad campaign for anybody anywhere in the country. So it's way more scalable. I got into this with the idea that I was just going to make video, like high-end video for construction companies. But like I said, that's kind of a constraint where it's like I'm limited to what I can physically film and what I can physically edit. And I can only really help people locally. And so, but honestly, right now, like that's what's paying the bills. Like I've been getting a good amount of gigs locally doing this. But I see the goal is to do the ad side of it. So I'm working on some of these clients that I'm doing video for, getting them on board with doing ads so I can get some more practice. So I'm not quite there yet, but it's like the video, it's kind of like I've kind of created my own full-time job with the video thing, and then my side hustle is learning the ad side of things. I'm in that place where I'm like doing the side hustle while I'm working full-time with my own little thing that
That's
I've created
awesome.
here. Yeah. But I see that that's the secret right there. Is basically, it's like the idea of like, and then my ICP, my ideal customer, is a construction company who is, doing 1 million plus revenue a year. So they're successful, they're established, but they're kind of they've hit a ceiling and they don't use social media, they don't run ads, they don't really know how to take that next leap, how to take that next step. And so that's kind of what I'm trying to position myself as. And then it's like, okay, so if you give me $5,000 a month and I can put $60,000 a month in your pocket, then that's an absolute no brainer. And if I can get 10 of those clients, then game over. That's it. I don't even care. And then I start building the team, building the sales team, building the whole thing. And then, like, that's it.
I'll have to send you some information later, Scott, because
Yeah.
my current employer, they're now a 1 billion-dollar company, but I feel like they're very far behind on uh, doing stuff online
Yeah.
altogether.
Yeah.
So I'll send them your information if you want.
Sure, dude. 100%, dude. We'll all make money together, dude. But anyway, so that's what I'm saying, dude. And you guys start getting some of these skills, and maybe we can all work together at some point. That's what Hormozi does. Like he just trains people, and then when they get the skills, he just brings them in. You know what I'm saying?
That's cool.
It's kind of how, yeah, dude. This shit is just so mind blowing, and it's like Greg, you were talking about just getting into like the entrepreneurial like what's even possible. It's like that's the thing about this thing is that it's literally limitless. There's no end. You're only limited by your creativity, your discipline, and your willingness to like maybe take a risk here and there and
Mm.
believe in yourself and bet on yourself. And if you fail, then it's like cool, great. Now I have that piece of information and I can grow and pivot and learn from it. It's like it's not a failure isn't the end of the world at all. It's just like it helps make you better, stronger and like all this stuff that we get to do, it's just it's pretty intense, but it's like there's a lot of suffering in the beginning. I will tell you that. Like the suffer like I'm still kind of in the suffering phase right now. But that suffering is basically the cost of entry. Like that's what it costs. Like
That sounds like that sounds
that
like growth, right?
yes,
Growth
dude.
is uncomfortable, isn't it? I mean,
Yeah,
that's
dude.
the idea.
Exactly. So it's going to be pain and it's going to be very suffering in the beginning, but it's like the more you keep coming back for more and you keep putting yourself out there, the more opportunities show up. And it's like I heard someone say it recently where it's like, a lot of it is luck, but it's like the more you put yourself in the game, the more you roll the dice, the more opportunities you get to hit that lucky roll. And so you just got to keep coming back to the table and just keep going every single time. And that's been my experience in life in a lot of ways, but it's like with this entrepreneur stuff, it's like you just keep rolling the dice, just keep going, just never ever ever stop.
I
And
heard a
it's like
good quote in autonomy. Luck is when preparation meets opportunity.
yes, dude, ready.
If you're prepared, then
Yep.
you're ready for that opportunity to show up.
Exactly. When an opportunity strikes and you're prepared for it, that's
Yeah,
luck. Exactly. And so it's like when everything aligns, dude, I love all of Richard's little one-liners, dude.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
they're so valuable, but that's really true. It's like, if you're not prepared and if you don't have like a slot open for that luck to land, then so it's just like but it's amazing to start thinking in these terms, dude. And I'm telling you, it's so exciting. It's so exciting. It's a lot of fun, but it's intense. I mean, I'm doing this shit like it's so funny. Like it's like the 9 to 5. It's like okay, so I get up, go to work, go home, and then it's like no, dude, I'm literally doing stuff like I don't even know, 12 at least 12 hours a day. But I love every second of it, dude. It's so exciting. Like at least 14. I don't know. Sometimes I get up at 7. I'm editing till like 3 in the morning. Like I don't even know, dude. Like 20 hours. I don't even know. Some days
That's
like
what
I don't even care. Like this is just awesome. So
that's what I want to be. I'm so burnt out. I'm already working 12, 14 hours a day, but for
yeah,
somebody else
yeah,
doing,
dude.
their mission, and
Yeah,
it's like I'm done. I'm
yeah,
done.
yeah, man. It's and then so I
That's
mean I
where
don't
I'm
know.
at with the truck driving.
Yeah.
12 to 15-hour days for somebody else, and I have more important stuff to put my time and energy into, but I can't quite do it just yet. Work in
Right.
progress, though.
Yep. You got this, dude. You're gonna have your own fleet of trucks someday, dude. And you won't have to drive a single mile. I don't know if that's what you want to do, but you're muted. I don't know if you're talking, Matt. You're kind of muted though.
I fat fingered and missed the mic.
Ah,
Yeah, start with one dump truck, hire a driver, and yeah, that's an option.
that's an
Well,
option.
once I have the capital to invest in it, then it's an option.
That's what I'm saying, dude. That's what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah.
It's all about
Leverage past relationships from
yep.
when I was a dump truck driver. Yeah, it's a possibility.
It is, dude, and I hope that for everybody here, you guys start building assets, start getting investments, and start growing your portfolio of assets. Like I started, and another one was very interesting was that Rich Dad Poor Dad thing. I started listening to that audiobook, which is free on YouTube. You can get that, and he talks a lot about people's perception of like what money even is. It's kind of all whack, and like all these people think that like your house is your biggest asset. But no, he's like, it's your biggest liability, dude. Your house, like if you have a mortgage and a payment, that's your biggest liability. It's if you own it outright, then it's an asset. But if you're still paying a mortgage, like that is your biggest liability, dude. Stuff like that. It's like I don't even know. Like so, like I've learned so much about just what money even is, dude. And he's like, and it's a really good book. I definitely recommend it because he's like, the rich get rich and the poor get poorer. That's all there is to it. And then here's why that is, like, and then that video I posted in the community here, the Hormozi video, where it's like sell expensive stuff to rich people. Like he does this breakdown where it's like if you have 100 circles that let's say you have $100, and you have 100 circles, and that represents I can't remember what it was, but it's some shocking number where it's like 100 represents the entire piece of the pie of like all the money that's out there. And you have 100 circles that represents the demographic. If you divide all the people in the world or in America down to 100 circles, it's like $2. Like the 40 of those circles are competing over $2. It's like most people, like 40% of people only represent 2% of the wealth in the country. And it's so crazy to think about that.
Whoa.
It's like the 1%, the top 1% is like 35% of the money. So the one circle is 35% of the money. He's like, sell to those people. I'm like,
Holy crap.
He's like, don't sell to people that only have the $2, dude. Don't sell shit to poor people. And it's interesting, it's like, I hate to say that. I hate to say that, but it's like, Greg, I know in Portland they don't approve of that message, but it's like
I was watching that, and the thought that came to my mind is, what would happen if I told the poor people to go be poor somewhere else?
no, but it's like
I don't know that would benefit me, but that's kind of the thought process there.
Well, listen, here's the thing: is like I have been that 40% my entire life. Okay,
Same.
And I'm probably still there. I don't know if I qualify for being outside of that 40% yet. And so that's what I'm saying. It's like what I believe and I'm so passionate about with this entrepreneur stuff is empowering those 40% of the people to realize that being poor is literally like a mental disease. Basically, the being poor is really, it's something that we've been programmed to be. And I've said this a million times, and this is what sent me on this path. I'll show you. I'll put it in the chat right now. This video, Myron Golden, dude. Myron Golden.
Great.
Dude, you guys know him?
Yeah.
Yeah, Richard plays it all the time. And but this video is where, like, this is what changed my life. Oh, he has okay, how they programmed you to be poor. This is it. And this is one where he says, if you're not making $50,000 a month, you ain't got time to worry about anything else. So this is the start here, you guys. Boom, Myron Golden, the man. And he charges like $100,000 for like an hour of business consulting or something like that, dude. But check out Myron Golden. He is the man. Changed my life. And he's just like, yeah, like we have all been programmed to be poor, you know? And poverty is, and being poor is like, that's why I'm so passionate about this, because I see, especially now with the AI stuff and all the opportunities, it's like there's no excuse anymore. there's no excuse. Like it's if like being poor is a choice at this point. We just have to like break free, and it's not easy, and it takes a lot of hard work and discipline.
Yeah.
But we have the tools, unlike anything ever before in history, to get out there and do it. So, anyway, would you guys be cool with me posting this video on my YouTube, like publicly? What do you guys think about that? Is there anybody? And it's fine if you're not. I won't do it.
I
Fine
don't
by
mind.
me.
I'm cool with it.
Everybody
Yeah.
cool with that? Okay, I think this is a
I'll do it.
great
I'll do it.
conversation. I'd love to put this out there for people to see it. So.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, anything else?
I was just curious. You said, Andre, you went to autonomy also?
I'm in it now. We're in
Did
week
ya?
3.
Okay.
I just